Welcome back to Stare Jabłonki in Poland for the second of our women's semi-final at the Beach Handball Euro 2019. It's Chris O'Reilly still here with you today and tomorrow as well, as we bring you all semi-final matches, the bronze medal games and the two finals tomorrow as well from Poland for this Beach Handball European Championship. This second semi-final will feature the side coming onto court now, Netherlands against Hungary. And Hungary, who are the 2013 and 2015 champions, have pretty much rejuvenated their squad in the last few years. A very, very young outfit. So not many players who you could say have a lot of experience, but the way they've been playing in this championship has been very impressive, and it has brought them all the way to the semi-final after they shocked Spain 2-1, having finished fourth in their group. So they finished in the lowest possible place in their group, which gave them a spot in the quarterfinal. They then faced Spain, who won the opposite main round group, but they managed to beat them and book their spot in the semi-final. So the three losses they have suffered so far in this championship count for absolutely nothing. They have been very entertaining, it has to be said. Even though they haven't won all their matches, they're entertaining at all times, and they proved that yesterday as well. Very nice attacking style as well, which we'll see and we'll talk about more as the game goes on. Lots of players to look out for in this Hungary side. They have Renata Sicki, who will play as a specialist, almost certainly number 7. Also Rebecca Bense, Reka Kirali out on the right-hand side, number 32. And then they have a couple of options down the left-hand side, which we'll speak about as the game begins. As for the Netherlands, well, they've only lost one game in this championship so far, and that was against Croatia, who lost our first semi-final of the day against Denmark today. Besides that, they've won all their games, and they beat Greece 2-1 in the quarterfinal yesterday, which, having really dominated in the first set, they let things slip in the second set, and that forced it into a shootout, which nobody wants to be in, but they managed to hold their nerve and book their spot in their very first semi-final of the Beach Handball European Championship. They were expecting to reach that stage 2 years ago, but they lost surprisingly in the quarterfinal against Poland. But here they are now, and we'll speak more about these teams and the game after our national anthems.
Wielkie brawa, szanowni państwo, reprezentacja Węgier, wysłuchajmy teraz beachvolleyball, national anthem of the Netherlands.
You can see the passion and the delight on the faces of the Dutch players as they sang their national anthem. They've got fantastic support here as well in Stary Jabłonki, definitely among the noisiest of the crowds. And although the numbers haven't been quite as high as the first two semi-finals, at least so far, you can be sure we will hear those Dutch fans throughout the 20 minutes and maybe more of this second semi-final of the Women's Beach Handball Euro 2019. Of the second set, whoever has the most points wins. If one side wins both sets, they win the match. If it's one set apiece, then we go to a shootout, which we've had already once today as Denmark overcame Croatia in the first women's semi-final. So these sides did meet back in the main round, and the Netherlands won that 2-0. That was 23-20 and 21-14, so somewhat convincingly. But as I mentioned before, the Hungarians then went on to shock the top seeds from the other group, Spain, in the quarterfinal. And so they'll be hoping for a repeat of that. Their previous result means a diddly squat when it comes to knockout handball. And in this semi-final, it'll all be about who can perform at their very best for the next 20 minutes. And this Hungarian side, as young as they are, with 5 players, I believe, born in the year 2000 or later, will have no fear. They're coming up against a resilient and experienced opponent in the Dutch. And it looks like we're about to get underway here. And it will be the Netherlands in their white vests and black shorts, attacking from left to right on your screen. And Hungary in the all blue. And it's the Dutch, the Netherlands, who win the tip-off. And on comes their specialist, number 28, Chris de Mol, in the center of attack. A very aggressive Hungarian defense there, which opens up the opportunity for an in-flight attempt on the line, and that's what they attempted, but it didn't quite go to hand. And now Hungary look to make their first impact on the game in their first attack. And as I said before, plenty of movement, very fast attack this Hungarian side, and they overdid it a bit, though, it has to be said. A few too many passes, realized that passive play was going to be called, so they forced a shot down the left-hand side. Senga Brown didn't come off, and in the opening 50 seconds here, defense on top. We'll see if that changes now. Ball plays it out to the left-hand side, and a penalty called against Hungary. As the shot came in from the left-hand side, I think that was Danielle Rosing. She was fouled, and up steps Chris de Mol to take the penalty from 6 meters out, and she fires it in off the left-hand post and gives Netherlands the lead and their first 2 points of the game. So Hungary, with their 4-player out-wide attack, they don't begin with a line player, as we see their first 2 points as well. But they don't begin with the line player. They go 4 players spread out across and then try to crash into the defense as they give the ball into the specialist. Nice response there from the Netherlands, and it's 4-2, thanks to the right arm of Anna Buter. Anna Buter makes it 4-2 to the Netherlands, and this is the Hungarian attack I was explaining. So the line player eventually comes in and tries to open up some kind of gap for the specialist, Renata Zicki. She went for the shot there, was blocked down, and strong defending from the Dutch. And no messing about that time. Goes straight down the middle. Chris de Mol finds the bottom right-hand corner. And the Netherlands, with the stronger of the starts here after just over 2 minutes of play, they lead 6-2. Zicki tries to find the line. She does find the line and goes over the line just about. A bit of luck there for the Hungarians. And it's put away, and that's all that matters. Nice bit of attacking movement. Finally finding that space in on the line. Dutch try the same, but doesn't go to hand, and that's twice already in this game that they've attempted to drop the ball in to Manon Zeilmans. But no luck so far, and the aggressive defending from the Hungarians worked out on that occasion. The Dutch trying something similar here. Dropping back eventually to the 6-meter area. Ball out to the left-hand side. Save! What a good stop that was. Fine stuff. First two-pointer of the game for Renata Zicki, the specialist. Committed right down the middle, and that brings Hungary level, 6 points apiece. The shot goes wide to the right. That's unfortunate. Nice movement, nice spin as well by Daniela Rosing. And they've had a couple of missed passes there, but this time it works out. And it was Zeilmans, Manon Zeilmans, who gets her first two-pointer and brings the Dutch level, 8 goals apiece here. Hand is up for passive play. They got to do something quick. Drop the ball and picked up by the Dutch. Good defending there. Really doing well to force mistakes. And as I say that, a mistake of their own, but the referees give them a bit of a let-off. Say there was a foul on Zeilmans, and Netherlands hold on to it. Maul out to the left-hand side. Into the line. Manon Zeilmans, attacking foul called against her. Good call by the referees there. And really, this Hungarian defense is working a charm so far. They've just got to find a few more goals down the other end. Ball almost left behind. Zicki, she finds a gap and pops it into the top right-hand corner. Well put away there by Renata Zicki. Nice two-pointer. And it's Isabel Barnard who gets her first contribution of this semi-final. Zicki again in the center, looking for the in-flight, but that pass wasn't great. Almost kept in there, but it wasn't enough for Brown. Maul waiting down the right-hand side, but that pass is cut out. That's excellent defending by Hungary. A chance here if they want to push it, decide against it. They're happy just to hold on to the ball for now. That was very well done by Evelyn Speth. She cut out that pass, which would have been an almost certain two-pointer, with Krista Maul waiting down the right-hand side in the specialist jersey. Ball out to the left. Spin is a bit slow, but there's plenty of power on that shot in the end. And it's Hungary up by 2 yet again, thanks to a Kretz with that shot down the left-hand side. Booter waiting in the center, but the ball spills. Picked up by Hungary. Plenty of mistakes here. Really forced by the aggressive defending from both teams. Really base, and it's saved this time. Good stop. The second big stop of this game for Claudia Terval. But the ball remains in the hands of the Hungarians in blue. Space on the left-hand side, decides to go alone. A penalty call by the referees. And the right decision as well, I believe, by our Serbian referees, Anja Pantic and Irena Andjusic. Looked like the wrong decision originally to force her way through the center, but given the benefit of the doubt, and upsets Renata Zicki. Take this shot from 6 meters, facing Terval, places it in the bottom left-hand corner. And a 4-point lead now for the Hungarians. Their first significant lead here with 3 minutes left to play in the first set. Ball out to the left-hand side. Keeper came flying out and closes that one down excellently. Brilliant stuff. Looked a tiny bit dangerous for a moment, but she judged her run to perfection and was right on top of the shooter as soon as she had spun around. Zicki almost loses it into the line, and the referees say that's just a free throw. Hand is up for passive play. Zicki needs to do something with this now. Going for the one-pointer. Attacker foul called. Good defending there by the Dutch. No favors being handed out to Ulrika Kirali down the right-hand side there. And the Dutch go again in desperate need of some points here, and that'll help to no end. No messing around there by Krista Maul. went right down the middle, fired it into the bottom right-hand corner. And it's 14-12, 2 minutes left to play in the first set of our second women's semi-final at the Beach Handball Euro 2019. Hungary in command. Is that an attacker foul? Yes, it is. Good call by the referees. And the Dutch now, all of a sudden, have a chance to draw level. Maul, ball over the top to the left-hand side. Krista Maul looking for it again. Barnard on the right, waiting for it. Here she is on the ball. She goes for the in-flight blast. Oh, brilliant pass over the top and put away with aplomb. Excellent stuff. And that was Marit van Ede, who was in on the line. Could see that ball coming for a while, but she had to judge her jump to perfection down the other end. No messing around by Renata Schicki, really dictating the play and attack for Hungary. And they take the lead yet again, 16-14. The pace really picking up now as we approach the end of the first set. This one off the post and no call given by the referee. They say play on. That's unfortunate for Van Ede. And Hungary will be well advised to slow things down here for a moment. 50 seconds left on the clock. They need a nice opportunity here. Ball out to the left-hand side. You're going for the 1 point. Bit early for that, perhaps, with 40 seconds left to play. But happy for the point and happy for the 3-point lead here in the final minute of our first set. And the Hungarians looking. 10 seconds left on the clock. It's Hungary with a 3-point lead. So the Dutch right out of their timeout. It was well called by the coach, Leon Buda, I believe. With just under 40 seconds left, they need 2 points here quickly. Then they need to look for a steal or force. Weak opportunity down one of the wings, perhaps. The goalkeeper, Claudia Taval, has popped up with a couple of good saves already in this first set. Can she do it again? Maul, Barnard to Maul to play. Hungary, they're 1 point up, but they need something here. Schicki out to the right-hand side, spin shot through the legs of the keeper, and could that be that? Well, 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 the side who surprised us all in the quarterfinal with the victory over Spain. They're halfway towards another. And the Dutch looked decent at times, but it seemed like the nature of the game, the somewhat frantic pace that Hungary play in attack and the aggressive defense they had got into the heads of the Dutch a bit. They played into the hands of Hungary, and it ended up with the set going Hungary's way. So while you enjoy a bit of halftime entertainment, I'll take a wee break, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes' time with the second set of our second semi-final at the Women's Beach Handball Euro between the Netherlands and Hungary. Hungary up by 1-0 at the break. So the Dutch still looking very happy, very bubbly at the moment, despite going 1-0 down. They've talked through what they need to fix in this second set, and really they've got to open up some more scoring opportunities around the court. At the moment, their attacking play is based solely on Chris de Mol, who scored 10 points in that first set, just 6 points distributed among the rest of the team. As for Hungary, well, the majority of the points also coming from their specialist, Renata Zicki. But besides that, some good contributions from Rebecca Benze with 4 points, and then a plethora of players on 2 points and 1 point. So it's Hungary in the ascendancy. As I said before the game, very relaxed side. They've got nothing to lose here. They are the ones creating the shocks, having beaten Spain in the quarterfinal. Can they do it again here? Well, they're halfway towards that goal. There's a spot in tomorrow's final against Denmark on the line. And it's the two-time champions, Hungary, 1-0 up at the moment. As I said, they won the title back in 2013 and 2015, but very few players, if any, in fact, remaining from that squad, as almost half the team were born in the year 2000 or later. A very young squad who were performing well at underage championships over the last few years. They've now graduated to the senior ranks, and they have taken to this level so well. And the Dutch fans as well, up on their feet as well, making plenty of noise. And it's won by Hungary. Nice tip off there by Hungary. He'll get us underway here, attacking left to right on your screens in the all-blue kit, except for their specialist number 7, Renata Zicki, who is in the black shirt. Hand is up for passive play. And the space in the end for Zicki. Ah, nice save, though. I was going to say, how did they let her all alone down the left-hand side? Good movement on the ball and off the ball as well from Hungary, but they couldn't finish it off. Mol back inside to the line. Good spin and a good save as well. The keeper goes down a bit heavily. It looks like she's okay. Hopefully she's okay. That was Agnes Jury with an excellent stop. And after almost a minute of play here in this second set, not a point scored yet. Hand up for passive play again. Referees really not giving anyone an inch here. And that was unfortunate for Hungary as the shot went in, but the line player stood on the line as she jumped up for that in-flight attempt. Barnard now on the left-hand side. And Mol loses that one. She's got to get off quickly to allow the goalkeeper to come back into play. Good defending there by Hungary. And still, not a point scored, a minute and a half played. Interesting stuff. Good defending from both sides. Spin shot comes in, and that's a penalty. Good decision by the referee. Not much of an angle to work with there. Let's look at that one again. She backed herself, and the defender came across just a bit too late. But it was well done by Senga Brown. And the penalty to be taken by Renata Zicki. Scored one already in this game, and she places that one into the top left-hand corner. And it took us almost 2 minutes, but we get our first points of this second half. Not the start the Dutch would have wanted coming into this second set already. Ball out to Mol on the left-hand side. There's space on the right there. Eventually makes its way out there. That's an excellent lob. Nicely done there by Anna Buter. She knew the keeper was coming out this time, so she took her time with it. And you can see the lob was coming from a mile away. Zicki down the left-hand side. Fires it into the top right. And she's enjoying far too much space there. The defending just a bit too slow, trying to cover every player and then ignoring the most dangerous and important player in the opposition in the end. Mol. against this very vibrant and aggressive Hungarian defense. Zicki plays it out to the right-hand side, saved, well covered by the keeper there. You could see that coming. And covered her angles well. That was Lisanne Bakker. Rosing the maul. Space down the right-hand side, but too many steps called by the referee. That was a marginal call, I think it has to be said. Anna Buter not given the benefit of the doubt there by our Serbian referees. And still just 2 points scored by Netherlands, but they're only 2 points down here. 4-2 after 3.5 minutes. Space here on the right-hand side. This time she makes no mistake. And it's a 4-point lead now for Hungary. That was much, much better by Fanny Freebes. Almost drops out of play, but picked up indeed by Freebes. And it's really all falling apart for the Netherlands now. Almost 4 minutes of action here in this second set. Just 2 points scored. Zicki out to the left and into the top right-hand corner. Their shooting in this second set has been phenomenal. They've got an 8-2 lead, Hungary. They are in total command, and a timeout called by the Dutch, who are in real trouble now. They looked in good spirits at the beginning of the second set, knowing what they had to do. They've had a fantastic tournament so far, but they have not shown up in this second set so far. Some brilliant play overall. That was a nice ball into the line, which, although the goal was scored, it didn't count. But all of the action for Hungary is coming down the two wings. And it's Fanny Freebes down the right-hand side. And then often, actually, Renata Zicki, as you see in this replay, coming down the left-hand side as a specialist with relatively simple goals. So plenty for this Dutch defense to think about and to fix, and they've got to fix it quickly. There's only 6 minutes left in this match. They find themselves 6 points down. They need to win this set if they want to take this game to a shootout and have any hopes of reaching tomorrow's final. It's Denmark who await in the gold medal match of the Women's Beach Handball Euro. The specialist on the left-hand side. Let's see what she can do. That's got to be a penalty. It is indeed. Good call by the referees. A bit of desperate defending by Freebes. But well worked there by the Dutch. The timeout, at least so far, has come good. And it's Krista Moll who will take the penalty. She places it in the bottom left-hand corner. And that's a lot better. Bit of a wry smile on her face as the Dutch get back within 4. Zicki looking down the left-hand side. Recycles the ball out to the right again. Good movement, but the hand is up for passive play. Shot needs to come in. Shot does come in and into the bottom right-hand corner. Good stuff by Hungary. And Kretz down the left-hand side. In-flight goal. Oh no, it's wide to the right. Everything about that so good. But the shot by Manon. All going her way now. And this timeout, although it worked momentarily for the Dutch, they're not able to turn things around just yet. Can they get within 4 or 6 here? No, they can't. What a stop. What an excellent, excellent stop. Agnes Jury with their second big save of this second set. And real danger for the Netherlands now. Zicki, hand up for passive play again. Zicki tries the in-flight attempt and it's put away. But the referees say she landed inside. Unfortunate there for Rebecca Bensay. The shot was good, but she landed before she took the shot. This time, the judge show her how it's done. That was much better. And the goal from their number 11, Marit Van Ede. Van Ede brings the Netherlands within 6 points. 4 minutes left to play. There's still enough time to turn things around here, but at the moment, Hungary looking in command and looking relatively comfortable. Ball out to the left-hand side. 1-pointer. Here's what they go for this time. They fancy that that's enough. Singer Brown extends the lead to 7. The Dutch need to get motoring here. In-flight ball, this time it's saved, but the referees call a penalty. And Van Ede looks in a lot of pain here. The foul called against Hungary's number 10, Evelyn Speth. And up steps Krista Moll again. Scored a penalty about 2 minutes ago. What can she do this time? Krista Moll in off the right-hand post. And that's important for the Dutch. They're within 5 points now. 3.5 minutes left to play. Still anything can happen. Tsiki tries to go alone. Decides against it. Hand up for passive play again. Really trying to take every second out of this. Attacker foul. Good call by the referees. And the Dutch have a chance here. And could the occasion finally be getting to the Hungarians? They've been so good in this semi-final so far. That's a nice bit of play. Off the crossbar though. And a bit of fortune for Agnes Jury and Hungary. But boy, oh boy, have they deserved any kind of luck they get. They've been so good in this match. Up by 5 into the final 3 minutes of the second. Enough contact to call it as an attacker foul. And now Hungary with one more point. You feel that should be enough, but they don't get it. Or do they? Oh, how unfortunate. It was saved by Lisanne Bakker. But then the ball rolled over the line. 6-point game. Oh, and that one just about gets past Jury. Plenty of power there from Anna Buter. And it's a 4-point game. 2 minutes left to play. Ball out to the right, going for 1 point again, saved. Who picks up the rebound? The Dutch do. Ah, that's got to be a foul, and a personal foul, I believe. Yeah, that's a bit naughty. A bit naughty there by Reike Corrali. And it means the Netherlands are playing 4 against 2 here in this attack. They got to go out for the, oh my goodness me, why did she do that? Oh wow. The specialist was waiting down the left-hand side, decided to go alone, and an excellent stop. You have to give credit there to Jury in goal. But could that be the big opportunity wasted for the Dutch? A minute 20 left on the clock. Ball out to the right-hand side. A minute left to play. And Hungary called a timeout. They have ridden their luck in the last few minutes, but in fairness to them, they have been so good in this match so far. They've earned that luck. But wow, those 2 opportunities in the last minute for the Netherlands, and all these little breaks going against them, like that save which rolled in. But you really feel when they were 4 against 2 there that the ball should have been played down to the left for the relatively easy specialist attack. She was all alone. I think this is the moment here. No, this is an earlier in-flight goal. But Barnard was waiting in the specialist shirt all alone on the left-hand side. She was ignored, and then the shot from Krista Moll moments later going over the top. If those 2 had gone in, it would be a very different scoreline. But as it stands here with a minute left to play in the second set, as the rain begins to pour down here in Stare Jablonki, it's Hungary with penalty. Good defending and an excellent stop yet again by Agnes Jury. She has been phenomenal in this second set. And 1 more point should do it for Hungary. It's put away. There's 20 seconds left to play. 5 points between the sides. And it looks to me like Hungary are going into the final. Long-range shot comes in, but is it too little, too late? I fear it is. 10 seconds left to play. Hungary lead 15-12. And for them, it's all about just playing out the clock now. Hand is up for passive play, but it doesn't matter. 1 little bit. The final whistle go. Big shock of these knockout rounds. They beat Spain yesterday in the quarterfinal 2-1. after finishing 4th in their group, losing 3 matches in the build-up to these knockout rounds, but they're winning the games that count. They've beaten the Netherlands here. Have a repeat of the 2013 final, which was on Danish soil. Hungary won that 2-1. They'll take that result again, but at the moment, all they're worried about is the fact that they've beaten the Dutch and secured a brilliant place in the final. What a performance from the Hungarians. They really force their style of play onto the game. It's all about pace, it's all about movement and a bit of chaos as well, creating chaos for the opposition to deal with. And unfortunately for the Netherlands, they were just not able to deal with it today. And the Dutch have another game tomorrow that they've got to get themselves up for. They've got to regroup and refocus for the bronze medal game tomorrow against Croatia. But it's Hungary who are going through to the gold medal match tomorrow against Denmark. And that is it from our women's semi-final coverage for today. But we have one more big game on the way at 2 o'clock. And that is just under half an hour away. And that is the second men's semi-final between Russia and Norway. And that should be a really entertaining battle as well, between two sides who have reached this far. One side you'd expect to get this far, Russia. One side nobody was expecting to go this far, and that was Norway. But they're on a level playing field here in the semi-finals, and I'll have coverage of that in about 20 minutes time. We'll be live with the second men's semi-final at the Beach Handball Euro. But before I leave you, one last overview of this second women's semi-final. 2-0. Hungary beat the Netherlands and go through to tomorrow's gold medal match. 1916